Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, let's continue this. Took a bit of profits. 147. Extremely bullish on the stock right now. Extremely bullish on the stock right now. Or short term at least. So let's ride it. Let's ride it as far as we can. Hopefully we don't catch a retracement anytime soon. Letting go a bit more 1.5. Very little, very small position. Very small position. Cutting it at 1.5. Taking a little bit off at 1.5 earlier. Now let's see how far we can run with this. Extremely bullish on this now. Cutting a bit more, 1.54. Cutting a bit more, 1.58. Bit of resistance now. See if we can hold 1.55. Struggling at 1.55 already. Okay, have I cleared? Yep, I cleared my whole position. Nice. Very sick trade right there. Let's go. So, bought into the 1.4, sold it into the 1.47s, 1.5, 1.54, 58, 54 again. Very nice. So, preparation, you see, preparation came in handy, right? I had my theory at the start, and I clearly explained it to all of you what my theory was. And I even showed you a clear example of what I was looking for. And here we go. Exactly how we wanted it to play out. Chef's kiss. Don't tell me trading is luck anymore. Okay. Now let's go back to our VivoCom. And see how it plays out for the rest of the day. So assuming that it follows this logic, After retracement, now we look for a retracement. Hopefully it holds above the 140, 145 level. And then we look for any potential burst in volume and buying power later in the day. So it hit a high of 159. 159. So 156 to 159. Probably the 160 area is a nice place to look for a break. See if it can crack above 156 later in the day. Set my alerts. That was a very, very solid trade right there. Do some calculations real quick. Wow, Dataprp is so cheap now actually. Playing a 300 lot position, I use roughly about 40,000 compared to past few days where I had to spend like 90k, 100k just to buy a 300 lot position. So you see, preparation pays off. And Huang, if you're watching this, I told you last night. You see, exactly what happened. Picture perfect. So if you want to study this, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, Vivocom is a good counter to study this almost at the exact same behavior. Or you can, I suggest you study CN Asia as well, where when things go wrong, that's what it looks like. So sorry about the stream crashing earlier. For those of you who missed it, enter into 140. It respected this trend line, sort of respected, meaning it didn't break below it. Short above, I took my position out into 47. I took my first chunk out of 47, and then I basically peeled it off into 150s, 154, 158 on the way up. So about just over 3k on that trade. Not bad, very nice. Actually about over 4k. I actually got filled at 138. I tried to pick it up at 140 here when it was on a push and got a bit lucky with the timing. It came back down to 138 and I filled at 138. So small bonus there. Small bonus there. Do you think Dataprp will continue to rise? I don't know. I can't tell if it will go up or not. But if you scroll back a little bit on the stream, I basically gave my quick analysis on Dataprp. My quick analysis on Dataprp and basically how I plan to continue following the Vivocom structure, not structure, but how Vivocom behaved. And I'm going to assume that it will apply here. And if it does, at least I have an idea of what I want to do with it. At least I have an idea of how I want it to play out, and I will trade it based on that idea. So a small chase today, honestly, could have been prevented if I wasn't so greedy. Even though I know I said don't be greedy, I preached not to be greedy, but I myself chased it. Gotta keep working on that discipline. Again, just because Dataprp has pushed up a little bit doesn't mean it's safe to play. Okay. Please still be careful. It still has the chance to crash back and limit down. Limit down is at 123 today. This is the limit down, so it's still not far away from limit down. So don't count it out yet. Don't be too confident that it's finally is recovering. But if it starts recovering, then I will be ready to catch it. I'm just gonna get a screenshot for the student group first so that I can remove these lines. One sec. Okay, we're back. Okay, it looks like it's pushing up a bit, but the volume doesn't seem too significant right now. Let me remove all these arrows real quick. If you want to know my trades, I post it on my trading log for the students. I'm still going to maintain a smaller size because of how volatile this stock is, right? You've seen it. It might look normal, but these candles are 8-cent candles. 8-cent candles, okay? So you can imagine how fast these prices can drop. 1 second it's 150, 1 second is 140. So to mitigate the risk, buying in smaller size. We're reading Dataprp like a book, man. God bless this stock. One stock feed us for a whole year. But not a whole year, a whole month. So normal retracement right here. Okay, what else can we play today? Let's have a look. Magpie shot back up. Damn, bro. Where did this come from? If you are trying to study dip buy by yourself, right? I do not consider this a dip buy. Okay, make sure your criteria or your build up to a trade is make sure you understand the criteria and the build up for a dip buy. This is very, very weak in my eyes. So this rebound right here, this sudden burst of volume is very, very unprecedented in my opinion. And I said I will not consider this a dip buy. I would not consider this for any dips. Even though you can see a lot of red candles. So let's see if there's anything new. Magpie on top, MSV. Let's have a look. CBIPD next is up a bit. E and O, whatever that is. Blah 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 blah. Dataprp still at the bottom. Anju. Getting sold on news, huh? Sad. CPIP, MMSV. Okay, let's see. MMSV. Second green day. Staircasing action, not a fan. No structure, just a gap up. Right. Oh, not really playable right now. How about Supermax? I remember seeing Supermax was going to open very strong, but it just opened flat. Excuse me. No, I think Dataprp is the only one with enough volume for us to trade. Enough momentum slash volume for us to even consider. Let's go and do some quick math. If you know what I'm calculating, then you will know what I'm calculating. Congratulations for holding this much, for holding this many, if you're watching. So dumb. It's basing around the 150s, which is fine. 160s will be the major resistance to try and crack. So if you're enjoying the stream, I would appreciate if you can help me smash that like button real quick. Thanks. GCAN up a bit. Who has big volume today? Dataprp. Oh, we didn't look at DNext, right? DNext. Still sort of trading in a lower range now. So you can see there's two levels of consolidation for DNext. There's one sort of right here, and then another consolidation range that's about right here within these two levels. Guess you can increase this up here. So it's just bouncing. Bit of sell-off, so still holding its highs though. It's quite a big run. MSM also similar, very similar. Selling off a bit, but still holding most of its gains. I wonder how G3 is playing. G3 split 4-1. Wow. Soon this will go back to the sub pennies. This will run back down to the 1 cents. Knows. You can remove this really, no interest. Man, I really thought gloves would come back after it showed us a bit of recovery. I thought gloves would start pulling in a bit of volume, but volume is still very, very untradable. So without building quite a decent base. What levels can we see Dataprp recover to? At most probably 170s today. Probably gonna meet a lot of resistance right below yesterday's close. Again, we go back to Vivocom to see how it behaved. I mean, obviously this would be ideal, right? Obviously, ideally, so this is basically how it's playing out right now. Basing above the highs and then gonna try and test the VWAP later. So it might try to test the VWAP and then hopefully we see a test of the highs. Right here. Hopefully we see a test of the highs and a quick burst of momentum. Then over the next few days, maybe we can sort of see the same behavior as Vivocom as well. Hopefully. It's this big arrow. Okay, so that is your big tip of the day. Itronic. Let's have a look. What's Itronic? No structure here. Nothing I can really play. A bit of volume coming in, yes. Again, look on the left side, a lot of resistance. So even if it can build anything, any sort of structure, right, it's gonna meet a lot of resistance on the way up. Probably the 45s, probably 45 has a lot of resistance, 47s, 50s. So you only be able to catch like 2.5 cent chunks at a time. If it I was gonna say if it shows up on my screener, then I'll have a look again, but it's below 50 cents, so most likely I won't be able to see this if I close this. I think I would prefer to just avoid this. MMAG. MMAG, our favorite Christmas tree. Hey, I removed the drawing. You draw it back. Christmas tree stock. And we light a candle for all the fallen soldiers who are still holding MMAG. F in the chat for all our fallen retards who are holding MMAG. Anyways, it tried to break its recent resistance yesterday. You see this wick right here, it punched through these resistance lines but actually closed below. So I was actually looking at this stock for any sort of strength, but hasn't reached a stage where we can trade it yet, where I can trade it yet, right? So I'm just gonna let it build for now, leave this on the side. But this is definitely on my watch. So Dataprp, probably gonna go and test the VWAP. VWAP is currently about 140. Yeah, heavy support 140, 141, quite strong support. It's also our previous breakout zone, breakout price. Everything else doesn't really look too playable. That might have a chance, but I'm just gonna set the alerts first in case it does shoot up. But then again, yeah, resistance right here 505. Next resistance probably the 560 area. Okay, so these would be the stocks that I'm gonna watch for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you learned something new today, especially how to, I mean, hopefully the example of the dying stock, hopefully at least you pick that up, right? But always remember, just because there's a pattern there, just because you have a theory, just because you have an idea of how a stock could move, doesn't mean it has to play out the way that you think it will. So if right here, if it started to crack down like that, if it started to reject and then fail to hold this trend, I would have cut my loss here as well. Just so happened that it followed the theory that I had in mind, and we are here to capitalize on these trades. Okay, there's no news in this channel. I don't care about news. I mean, I do care if it brings in volume, but I don't buy on news. I don't spy on rumor. I don't sell on news. I don't hold overnight. It's all 5-minute trades. I'm sure most of you already know lah. I'm just saying this for all the new guys. If you're new here, I trade every single day 9 to 10 a.m. All the replays posted on my YouTube channel. I do declutter it quite a bit. Clutter as in, I do remove them from my channel. If you can see, the latest one that you can replay right now is 10th of March. But if you want to watch all of it, come to the home page. There's a whole playlist right here. 69 videos so far. 69 days of live trading. dating back all the way to December last year. Okay, so I've been doing this almost every single day until 10 a.m. If you haven't already, hit subscribe so that you don't miss out on these trades. Hopefully it shows up on your homepage every day. If not, save my channel, bookmark it, because I'll be here every single day. So appreciate all of you who came in, watched, learned, liked, subscribed, everything. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow until 10 a.m. Yeah, have a great day ahead.